So when we were putting the show together, and I was thinking of a road trip, and I was thinking of treats to kind of like throw over your shoulder. Hey, there you go. Keep quiet back there. Which is, even with my kids, even though they're older, I'm always saying that, you know, you're touching my side. You're too close to me. You know how that goes. So anyway, keep them supplied with treats, and they're going to be happy. So I'm going to show you how to make a new twist on Rice Krispie treats. Take them to a whole other level. You really want to wow the kids and keep them quiet. I'm going to show you how to make cookies and cream Rice Krispie treats. These are so fun. Great even if you're going to a party and you need to bring a dessert. These are perfect. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start by melting some white chocolate chips, which I'm going to drizzle over the top of these. It's really going to be fun. So I'm just going to very carefully melt them over low heat on the stove. You could, if you were a risk taker, do it in the microwave, but that just never seems to work out for me. Or you could do it the whole double boiler method, which I really love. But Ann said they melted perfectly right on the stove top. So Ann, I'm going to take your advice, and if it doesn't turn out, you're in trouble. No treats for you. Okay, so we're doing 1/4 cup of butter. So the recipe starts out like traditional Rice Krispie treats. And I'm just melting the butter, and then I'm doing 1 bag, 10-ounce bag of marshmallows. Doesn't matter whether you have the minis or the big ones, they'll all work. Lots to talk about. First of all, our big night out is coming up. It's coming up soon. Still space available. We just talked to the folks at the Loose Wheel, and they say they still have some spots available. This is going to be so much fun. We're going to the Loose Wheel Supper Club in Hortonville. 5-course gourmet meal paired with wines. It's going to be delicious. The menu was crazy good, over the top, and that's what our big night outs are all about. Basically, we head to a local restaurant, and they pull out all the stops. They show us what they do, and they really wow us. And they do it, you know, all these different courses for a great price. It's $50 per person, and that includes the works. And it's an appetizer, a salad, a surf and turf, so a steak course and a fish course, and then of course save room for dessert, a wonderful dessert. So this is going to be a lot of fun. If you've been to our big night outs, you know how much fun they are, and if you haven't been, you are missing out. Shame on you. Bring your coworkers, bring your family, bring your special someone. Date night. Guys, yes, I get questions all the time. Do guys come? Yeah, loads of guys come. And you can certainly come just yourself, and it's a great opportunity to meet some people. So the bottom line is, this one's coming up very, very quickly. And here's all the details. Call the number on the screen there to reserve your spot, 920-851-8079. Thursday, July 17th, that's next week already, isn't it? Oh my gosh. So call, reserve your spot, or go to our website and you can see the full menu. Just click on the Living tab and you'll see that big night out box, and we'll take you through the entire menu. Okay. So our marshmallows, I really want them to get nice and melty. How are our chips doing? I want those to get nice and melty too. Turn them up just a little bit, and keep an eye on those for me, will you? Here's a littler whisk for those. Now, here's another fun part. So they're cookies and cream Rice Krispie treats. So the white chocolate's going to get drizzled on the top, and the cookie part, this marshmallow is melting perfectly, are Oreos that we're actually going to do inside the Rice Krispie treats, and then they're also going to get crunched on top. So, you know, especially in the summer, I'm a huge believer of getting those kiddos in the kitchen. If you don't teach them to cook, they're never going to learn how. Summer's a great opportunity to have some fun and cook up some memories in the kitchen with your kiddos. Both my kids especially when they were little, spent a ton of time in the, no, overdid it there. And I said you'd get in trouble. So let's carefully go ahead and melt the chocolate in the microwave. Our burner was a little bit hot, and our chocolate chips, I love to do it over a double boiler. That's my favorite method of doing it. But we're going to take a risk and do it in the microwave. Okay, so I'm just going to basically crush up my Oreos using the flat side of a meat mallet, or you can also use a rolling pin or a heavy fry pan. And the kids, man, girls and boys love to get in the kitchen, pound and make noise. And you don't want real fine crumbs. We're not making like an Oreo cookie crust here. We just want little pieces that are going to be in the treats and then drizzled on top. Okay, thanks, Ann. So we'll carefully melt this on, and the trick to melting chocolate in the microwave is you got to do it in like little bits at a time, like 20 seconds and stir it and check on it. 20 seconds, 10 seconds, stir it and check on it. You don't want to overdo it because then it can burn like ours did on the stovetop. Chocolate is really fussy when it comes to melting it, especially white chocolate. I find even more so than regular chocolate. So that's why, to be safe, I always do it with a little bit over boiling water and do the double boiler method. Okay, so into our marshmallows and our melted butter, 5 cups of Rice Krispies. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give it another 25 seconds. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to mix this together. One more thing I wanted to remind everybody about is our book club is coming up. Our book club meeting is coming up July 22nd at the Bottle Room in Swamico. You still have plenty of time to go out and get the book, or get the book on your Kindle or your Nook and read along with us. This is such a fun evening, and it's our new sponsor. They're doing a great job. Our last book club meeting there was absolutely fantastic, and this one, if the weather's nice, we may even be able to host it, have it outside. So the book we're reading is called The Invention of Wings, and it's by a very famous author. She's best known for her book Secret Life of Bees. Her name is Sue Monk Kidd. So again, the book's called The Invention of Wings, getting rave reviews. It is a page turner. You can read it this weekend and have it done. So still plenty of time to get in on this, but we would like you to call and reserve your spot. Book club is free, by the way. Just read the book and come on out. And they provide some great munchies, and we buy the beverages, and it's so much fun after you read a good book to talk about it, you know, to actually talk about it with other people. Whenever I'm reading a good book, I end up talking to my poor husband Bob about it, and he's like, I think tunes me out the entire time because he hasn't read the book. So, but I'm like, I feel like I have to talk about it. So anyway, this is a way that I can talk about the book. We can all talk about it, and you kind of almost fall in love with it even more and get different insight about it from different people, which is really, really cool. Okay, back to the Rice Krispie treats. And the number, by the way, you can get it online, or it was on the screen there, or go to our website and get it for the Bottle Room to reserve your spot. Okay, so this is going to go in a 9x13 pan, and I'm doing a little bit extra foil. That way I can get these out of the pan, and they're going to cut so much easier. Spray it with cooking spray. We happen to love the baking spray when it comes to doing treats. It's got some extra stuff in there that really makes it easy to get out. And then we're going to take some of these Oreos, about half of the Oreos that we're going to mix in to the Rice Krispie treats, and then half we're going to save for the top. So all right, down go our treats into our pan. Notice we used a non-stick pan to melt the marshmallows in the butter because, boy, let me tell you, this is a sticky mess to clean up, and you don't want to be doing with that. So non-stick really helps with that. You could also spray a bowl with cooking spray, a microwave-safe bowl, and melt your marshmallows in your butter in that way, and then pour in the Rice Krispie treats. Make sure and spray that bowl. Okay, now let's see how our white chocolate is doing. Let's see if we finally got melted. Taking its good old time. Yep, we're good. And they melted very nicely, Ann. So you can either drizzle or spread these babies, these melted chocolate chips, white chocolate chips, over the top. You could add a little bit, if you want to do more of a drizzle effect, you could add a little bit of vegetable oil or Crisco to thin it out a little bit. They're going to taste fantastic no matter what. And then you're going to take the rest of these Oreos and put them over the top. Then, like Rice Krispie treats do, you need to let them harden. But we've got some that are already done. I just want to show you. Ann's look way prettier than mine. But this just comes right out. And then you can just cut these babies into bars and watch them disappear. That will keep the kiddos nice and quiet when they're hungry on the road trip, let me tell you. We'll put the recipe on the website. You can also pick up this recipe at any area Festival Foods.